What is hypergamy?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a big.
You know what hypergamy is?
No, I don't think so.
Hypergamy, here, let's see. It says the action of marrying or forming a sexual relationship with a person of a superior sociological or educational background. So, 2, 1, and we're live. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on another episode of Jesus Talks. Yo, this camera looks awful. But anyways, yo, welcome back to the channel. What's up, bud? Are you not looking?
Sorry, goof on us right now.
All right. My nephew's trying to goof on me right now. But anyways, yo, listen, we've got a great video we're going to react to today. All right. As everybody knows, there's this big YouTube creator right now popping off everywhere. His name is SNEAKO, and he be talking some real stuff. So I made a video about him on another episode. Maybe you go back and look at that one. But I brought my cousin on, since you know we're trying to get him to swallow the red pill as well. We're trying to get him to react to SNEAKO's reaction. So yo, let's see. Let's all come together. Let's react to it, and let's see if Y3s think they're 10s by SNEAKO. Let's see what's up.
It's ugly to be treated right.
Why is this fat ugly still talking about ugly people? You are literally the ugly of the group, and the reason she doesn't realize how ugly she is because she's with 3 that are all better than her. So she thinks that she's on the same level. That's what happens when you're in a group of friends. They all kind of become the same. Once they split apart and they diverge, the attention gets spread apart. Because they're in a pack, go, 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 she thinks she's valuable. Bro, she's so gassed up right now, and you're a 3. You're a Stop insulting men. This is why we need to objectify women too, because this is so.
All right, yo, that was a strong ass intro, bro.
Well, damn.
And my man was they're calling him the Kanye of YouTube. What do you think? Yeah, the Kanye West of YouTube right now. So from that one little video, what'd you think?
Seems like it. It's a good start. It's an accurate call.
But is he spitting facts? I mean, we don't know what the girl said.
Yeah. So yeah, and we don't know how she looks yet too.
Exactly.
We got her hand in her face, but we'll see.
But I think he made a point, bro. I think a lot of women can act up, thinking they're like hotter than they are when they're around other women.
Yeah.
So you know that point. I think it's pretty accurate, but we don't know about to the situation. So let's keep going with the video.
Gassed up. Settling. Rules of modern dating and understanding women. It's complicated. This channel's dope.
There are many women today who are
Settling. Settling. Wait, what do you say? Settling the rules of modern women.
I think so.
Let me see. Let's go back.
Men, this is why we need to objectify women too, because this is just so gassed up. Settling. Rules of modern dating and understanding.
Rules of modern dating and understanding women.
Women, it's complicated.
Oh, and basically when women say it's complicated and they're just settling.
I guess I see.
They're settling for that guy, right?
Channel.
Wait.
All right. Oh, it's complicated channel.
Let me guess. Is your YouTube doing this? George reacts.
Jesus reacts. My nephew's asking, am I doing reaction videos? Yes, we're making reaction videos, bud. All right. And we got your dad here to react with us.
Christian and
No.
Jesus.
It's not Christian and George. It's
Prosecco
Prosecco
Papi
Papi and Jesus. All right. We gotta teach them while they're young. We got the kids set up here in his own little setup as well, just observing us.
Take notes.
It's dope.
Sonny boy.
there are many women today who are out earning men, female doctors, lawyers, etc. Why is a male breadwinner considered to be normal for a man, while a female breadwinner is often considered to be dating down for a woman?
I think a lot of.
All right. What do you think? What are your initial things? Before she even responds, what do you think? Do you think a woman that's a female breadwinner, do you feel like she's dating down? So like if she's making more than you, do you feel like she's dating down? Or like, is that a societal thing where like people think that she's dating down?
I think it's a societal thing. I wouldn't say she actually is. I mean, like, because like, where she at? Like, is she settling for like, and it, like, like, am I giving her like, does she feel protected around me? Is she is everything else getting checked off?
Yeah.
Possibly, you know what I mean? So I don't think she would necessarily be dating down.
I think it depends on the kind of dynamic. I always bring back the dynamic of the relationship.
You know what I'm saying? So what exes are being crossed off
exactly
from the guy that he should be doing, right?
So like
providing
if a girl wants a relationship where the dynamic is dominant and submissive, right? And if she wants to be with a leader and a dominant man, and she's the one dominating in terms of earning money, she is kind of dating down more. She might be dating like, or she might perceive the guy to be like submissive, right? In that dynamic.
Maybe,
Or no,
possibly. I mean, like
'Cause
possibly, but
maybe
like
more questions need to be checked off before
yeah,
that could
that's
be
what I'm
like
saying.
established.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think.
Okay, so I think we can agree it's very much a societal thing,
Yeah.
but it's also depends on what you want as a man, right? I think that's kind of where that question leads. So let's see what she says. Let's see. Is a woman dating down if she earns more than her man?
Times we refer to back in the days when men were considered the breadwinners.
Every video. This, you could tell her opinions. She's gonna say stupid shit within 2 minutes because of these. I guarantee you.
They were the men. They were the people that.
Yo, what? This dude is going. So he's saying her lashes. If she got big lashes, she's gonna be stupid.
I think he's
Is
talking
that
about her. I
prejudice?
think
That's-
he's talking about her specifically, though. He said every time her things go like this, like it's her eyes, like the way she's talking.
Oh,
and
she's
shit.
fluttering?
Yeah,
I think he's talking about her eyelashes. I think it's a known thing that
I think all women got big eyelashes at this point. They all get like eyelash extensions.
But do you think women that have big eyelash extensions, do you think they're a little more brain dead than women that don't?
Nah.
In your experience, from the women that you've actually spoken to, nah. Okay. But is it a prejudice thing? It is kind of a prejudice thing to assume.
100%. Yeah,
Assume
you're
that.
talking
All
about
right.
that. I think it's more. I think she's on this channel regularly.
But you don't think he's
And
doing
that's
that. You don't
why.
think SNEAKO's doing that.
No, I think it's more of her. Like he's talking about her specifically. Like,
Okay,
she
just her
probably has
specifically.
dumb views in his eyes.
All right. Based off what? He just seen 20 seconds.
No, because he said he knows their page.
No, but
He
this
said
is
this is a cool page. Or
yeah, this
something,
is
but-
random people though. They're interviewing.
Uh,
They interview random people.
Oh, this is a random girl. She's
Yes.
not part of the page.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Completely random. Girl.
Brung home the,
Every blink, it just sounds like I can hear like a Disney cartoon sound effect.
home the money while the women stayed home. So now the generations
Try to watch your blink and not hear it.
have changed and things have changed. You know, now women are getting on their shit. Like it's not just rely on a man anymore. It's do for your own, and he's gonna do for himself. And you guys can either do that shit
I don't need no man.
together, or you know, one person could be the breadwinner. I guess it all depends on what you agree on in your relationship, but I really do think that it has to do with the change over time.
Why is it
All right,
that
so
a rich
She hit it. I think she agreed
So
with
we
us
for
in
sure
that
we agree.
sense.
She literally said what she
Yeah.
said. What we said, right?
Yeah.
All right. So cool. So now we're on the same page. And SNEAKO didn't have anything to say about that. So I guess he agreed. I'm assuming.
Look at the bro, both of them.
man would sooner change a broke woman's life, but a rich woman is less likely to.
Oh, hey there.
No, we hate ads. We hate ads, bro. I'm gonna say it every time. We hate ads, bro. Fuck them. Fuck 'em. I will take off the ads if y'all donate to this Cash App that I'm not gonna put here because I don't care about your money. All right,
Take two.
Take two. He said
Thank you,
take two
Derek.
for us. Let's go.
Chance.
Every blink a lot too. I feel like you need to blink twice as much because your eyelids just weigh more. And so I can't take what they say seriously because I hear the Disney cartoon effect.
All right, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of funny. Bro. It's fucked up, but yo, it was kind of funny. It was clever. It was kind of clever.
Because men like to have the power to uplift and feel like they're doing, I guess, like justice to the woman versus a woman is like, I don't need to, I guess, you know what I'm trying to say? Kind of. I wouldn't necessarily agree with the second part of that question because I honestly think it's more of a societal stigma
Society?
where society just kind of like says that women have a problem being with a man of a certain financial, status. I don't necessarily think that that's
All right, let's just discuss that right there. All right, because we've already agreed that there needs to be dynamics and like this needs to be discussed before the relationship.
Yeah.
But do you think that like essentially like if you're not making enough, like you're kind of a bitch? Like if you're a guy who knows you're a dominant guy, right, and you want a dominant submissive relationship, would you feel a little bit of a bitch if you're dating a girl that makes more money than you?
No.
No, not at all.
Nah.
You do not care at all.
Nah, because I could go look at a guy who has
Okay.
a lot of money and just take it off him. And then who's the bitch? And
True.
you know what I mean? So it's just like I don't look at it like that.
True. But do you feel, or do you think, actually, if you were in this actual relationship, do you think the girl, if she realizes she's making more money, if she knows she's making more money, do you think she'll try to essentially dominate you in the relationship?
Yeah, I think it's possible.
Exactly.
But I think that depends on the girl that you fucking with too, right? It's like that depends on their dynamic, like them,
On her
just
mentality,
her
yeah.
mentality. Yeah. So
But don't you think that since she's making more, she's gonna feel entitled to tell you, like basically talk like I'd say like lead the relationship more than you.
nah. And if
you don't
if that
think
was her
money-
thought, then I wouldn't fuck with her. You know what I mean?
You
Like
wouldn't
in
fuck with
essence,
her?
yeah, I wouldn't fuck with that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
We as women think right off the bat, but
A rich man see the future in a woman, and we could build them up. But a woman already feels when they got money that they
Women don't know how to date down. They mentally cannot do it. They're very egotistical. People don't really talk about that. That's an egotistical thing to not ever be able to downgrade. As soon as they date a guy with a car, they can't ever date a guy without a car. As soon as they date a guy with a house, are you kidding me? They're gonna go to a guy with an apartment? They just got house dick. You can't go to a condo dick.
they already built up, and they wouldn't want to build us up. You feel me? They feel like they're.
I think SNEAKO's spinning some.
that's
facts
kind
right
of
there,
funny. I mean,
I think that's true.
there are a lot of girls like that, yeah. But
So
I
it's
also
like-
don't think those are usually like wifey types, right? Those are a lot more. They're like the ones that are a lot more materialistic. And like me personally, like
Yeah.
I don't like materialistic.
But
women,
is
so-
it really a material? I'd say I agree that those things are definitely materialistic because obviously it's a car and it's a condo. But it's like for women, and the reason why men I think relate women to body count is, and this is the thing that most men don't know how to explain. It's the fact that when a woman dates a lot of guys, she always compares her guy to the last guy she was with, right? And
Yeah.
it's basically like I dated a guy with a car. Now I could date a guy without a car, but I'm not gonna respect him the same way I'm gonna respect the
Yeah,
guy
but that's
that has
dumb
a
as
car.
fuck because like I bartend, you know what I mean? Like so like and like the spot like where I bartend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody there, like most of those guys, they're like Wall Street guys, you know what I mean? Like fucking Wells and Fargo, all that, like finance guys and shit.
Mhm.
Probably have more money than me, right?
Yeah.
I have a car and they don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's stupid, like as
But-
fuck. Because like, she's just gonna take that and be like, "This nigga don't have a car."
Well, the truth about the car is right is the fact, yo, this dog really just shit or something.
ripping ass. Now
Or
they're
she
both
just-
sleeping.
Oh, they're
bro.
both just. Oh, my
Yeah.
dog is just ripping ass.
Yeah.
All right, all
It's
right. Yeah,
right
no,
under my
it
nose
smells
too,
like
bro.
ass
I'm
right now.
like-
But no. Okay. So it's a good scenario that you brought that up because that's a real life situation that you engage every day, right? You're behind the bar, and these guys essentially are Wall Street dudes that are probably making more money than you, but they don't have a car. And I'd say the reason for that being is that they still know how to get around the city, and the reason for the car is to be able to get around. So like, there are certain men that women might be with, and they might need to get around, but the guy has no way to get around. At least the Wall Street guys know, hey, yo, I got this Uber covered. I don't really care about the money, and they still manage to solve
Yeah, but I
that
think a
problem.
guy with no car can still do that.
only if he can cover.
If he can cover it, yeah.
if he can
But like,
cover
how
it.
she know that? That bitch ain't in his bank account. Like, she's just taking a look. Oh, he don't got a car. You know what I mean? Like, so
But
it's
no, I'm
like-
saying when she's in the relationship. That's when she's gonna. Once the relationship is established, right, and once they actually get into the relationship, over time, she'll start to pick up on these things.
On,
because her
yeah, his
lifestyle
financial
has
habits and
changed.
stuff, yeah.
because her lifestyle has changed. So that's where I think SNEAKO has a point, and that's where I think a lot of guys can kind of like analyze the woman, like you said, her mentality as to. Damn, I totally lost. I totally lost track where I was going with that. All right, let's continue.
We're broke, we're all this when they got money, but when it's the other way around, they want us to pay for their bills and help them financially be stable and everything, you know?
I think we all have standards, but women are always told all their life, don't settle, don't settle, don't settle. So when it comes to a man that is making less money than you,
And they should. You should settle. Because everyone, it's just like you're not that unique. You're not that different. How many do we have saying the same stuff and you say?
Well, I guess the real question is like, do you think a woman would be happier if she just settles? Because maybe she's unhappy because she won't settle.
Well, nah, I don't think anybody should ever settle. But you just gotta be like,
You shouldn't look at it as settling.
yeah. I mean, like if you fuck with that person, like you know what I mean, y'all can't build together. So that depends on the woman though. That depends on like that the female. and or the guy. You know what I mean? Some guys could say the same thing. They only want to date like powerful women, right, or something like that's a whole dynamic within itself.
It's
Right?
very rare though.
But yeah, but
most
it is.
cases.
But it is, right? And that's my whole thing is like, I think it's just a societal norm, more or less in that sense, like that, or a stigma, rather, like they said, which is better put. GROCERIE. No. Fuck.
For like
With a
you
Y?
feel like you deserve more, whereas
Ego.
a man takes leadership
this
and
check all the time right
accountability
now, Poppy. I don't know.
and can be that leader in that relationship. You're settling for less, you're settling for like you feel like you deserve more, whereas
Ego.
a man takes leadership and accountability and can be that leader in that relationship that a woman cannot be.
Nice. She said they can't take accountability. Maybe I got distracted. Maybe she actually is going to make sense.
So like pretty much was she speaking facts or cap?
I have to listen to it again.
Listen again? Yeah, let me listen again.
You're the breadwinner, whatever the case may be. You feel like you're settling for less, you're settling for like you feel like you deserve more, whereas
Ego.
a man takes leadership and accountability and can be that leader in that relationship that a woman cannot be.
Nice. She said they can't take accountability.
See, that's where she's like a man who can take accountability. Pretty much like a guy who wants to be the leader in the relationship has to be able to take that accountability, has to be able to take that kind of responsibility, and he has that ego, but he has to be able to humble himself. That's where the accountability comes in, right?
Yeah.
As to where a woman essentially like she can do those things, but she has if she's gonna be that leader the same way a man's gonna be that leader, the way we want to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
She also has to be able to settle if she wants to be that leader. She has to settle for a guy who is basically has more like feminine qualities or more, you know, more like nurturing, more like, yeah, you're not going to earn more, but you're going to take care of the household while I'm out there earning type shit.
Yeah.
And those women,
fair trade-off.
exactly, it's the fair trade-off. That's the dynamic that, you know, works in my relationship, you know, works in the relationships that we want. So if a woman wants to be dominant and she wants to be with another dominant guy, I just think they just clash heads too much.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And they just never get anything done, and then they just end up getting into like this toxic ass relationship. And the
They're
guy
just constantly one-upping each other almost.
exactly, it's like constantly trying to one up each other, and it's just like that's it. It seems nice at first because you might be bettering
It's a
yourself.
friendly competition
Yeah.
until it's not.
But if both of you can't take accountability, then you're just gonna end up in this toxic, just fucking always arguing, always trying to one up each other, and it's not really healthy. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts.
It's hard. It's hard to do that because the guy usually states the vision.
Distracted. Maybe she actually is going to make sense.
Okay. What is hypergamy?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a big.
You know what hypergamy is?
No, I don't think so.
Hypergamy, here, let me look for the definition. But from what I understand, hypergamy is basically like this idea that women won't date up, they'll only date down. Let's see, it says the action of marrying or forming a sexual relationship with a person of a superior sociological or educational background. So I was completely wrong on that. So it's pretty much like when you date somebody, right? You're trying to date up. You're trying to date.
Just trying to date up.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to date up, pretty much. A person that's always trying to date up. So women are always trying to date up. Us men, we're always willing to date a woman that is not necessarily on our level. We're always willing to go down,
Yeah.
right? Like we're always willing to take the grenade type shit, right?
Yeah.
And so where a woman is, she's too proud. I can't do that. Nah, I'm not doing that. That's too much for me.
Word.
Okay. Hypergamy essentially means marrying up
Not that big of a word. Those 4 syllables.
to a person of higher status. Which gender is more likely to practice hypergamy?
The woman.
So which genders?
Oh, she hit it.
I mean, is that right? Do you agree?
Yeah, more likely, more than like, yeah, 100%.
Most out of the
When it
two
comes to
genders,
male, yeah.
female or male, who's more hypergamous?
Of many, two of many,
Women.
two
I think we
genders
can
of
agree.
many genders. Yeah, don't get canceled, bro.
Okay, why is that?
Because you can't settle. Ding, ding.
I would say I can only speak for myself, and it's like knowing that if I'm doing so well in life, like yeah, I would want to either marry equal or up. Like, why would I downgrade myself if I know again what I'm capable of or what I'm earning?
Okay.
Here's my question: would you settle,
I have.
and would you continue to settle?
Nah.
So now you're only.
There has to be a trade. It's funny, we had this conversation yesterday, pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, you gotta bust your ass. Like, I don't, you know what I mean. Like, until like I'm at a point where like, like I know like I can live with my kid full time and shit like that, and then take care of you. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be working too. Like, you know what I mean? In my eyes.
I guess the real truth behind this question and why it's so hard to answer is because like hypergamy is so general. And in a relationship, there's so many different layers that you have to go over. Yeah. And it's like, you know, a woman, you need to really understand the kind of woman that you want in your life.
Well, it's not a one size fits all.
Exactly. It's not a one size fits all. It's a hard question to ask for that reason that it's so general. So let's see what she says.
So if women historically married up,
Everybody's saying that Destiny made me look silly. Go put on a mask. Go hand out masks in the park. Get another booster shot. Get out of my stream. Go social distance. Continue.
wouldn't that mean that men historically married down?
I mean,
Wouldn't that mean that men historically married down?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like 90% of married guys are with women that make less, that, you know, need leadership, that don't take accountability, that want.
Yeah, so this is only going off finance, right? There's only going off finance and status.
Yeah.
Status in society. So for the most part, would you agree that in history, men have always
100%.
Through status dated down?
This is only really being spoken about now because of like,
well, but
you know, the new generations and shit coming up and upbringings. But like generally like throughout history, it's always been the man has been the dominant one, and you know, women weren't even allowed to work at a certain point. So you got to remember that, and that comes from like us not wanting them to work though. So it's like we kind of we kind of cause that too, and it's like now we're kind of bitching about like the women that are sitting there like listening to that shit. But like us as men, our grandparents, our fathers, our ancestors, you know what I mean? Like they're very much like, nah, woman's not like she's gonna stay home, cook and clean. Yeah. And she ain't gonna work. You know
I don't agree. I don't agree
but
with
that's
all that.
why women are like that.
Exactly.
Because we've sat there and told them like this is what it is. We forced this upon them. And now but if you really think about it, it hasn't really been that many generations. Yeah. Since women can really work. Like they just start, you know what I mean? Like so like I don't try to like when it's a bitch just like nah, only like rich motherfuckers like that, and then like nah bitch kick rocks. But like these girls like, you know what I mean, like
at least they're keeping it 100.
Yeah, they're keeping it 100, bro, and they're not on some like nah like he gotta have this, like, you know what I mean? Like they're like nah, I'm definitely not gonna like settle, but it's like also like we force that upon them, like that mentality. So it's like you know what I mean? We're kicking ourselves on our own
greatest point that you made right there was the fact that you said that we force women into, or back then we forced women to be these submissive creatures, these you have to stay home, you can't work, poor dear, blah,
you know
blah.
What I mean? But then on top of that though, right, it's like the father is the man of the house, right? So now he's making sure his wife, right,
teaches the daughters that.
Teaching the kids that.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I mean?
No,
so,
and
it's just
and it's like a thing, and like I said, the word that you used there was force, right? I don't think a woman should feel forced into these relationships. I don't think a woman should feel forced to want to stay at home. I think as a guy, the best that we can do if we want this dynamic of a relationship, we need to look for the women that want to do those things willingly. We cannot force them to submission. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it comes from. Like, there are certain women who want a relationship, but they're not willing to settle. They're not willing to submit to a guy who they need to trust that guy, and that guy needs to be able to earn that trust from them. And that's where I think a lot of this confusion comes from, because it's a lot of force shit. Like, you have to do this, bitch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's not
vice
okay.
Versa.
Yeah, and that's where women feel oppressed. So, and that's where I think that's why they get so upset when I think they have these conversations type shit.
Yeah.
And then the man has to fix it. That's just what a marriage is. Why it's not that confusing of a question, but they're really putting the pieces together for the first time, because they don't even have to do the thinking. When you're married to a guy with a higher status, you don't even think about it. It's just like, this is la-di-da, let's go on a picnic now.
So who's really settling for who?
but in society, women have always been the prize. So it's the woman trying to earn the woman's the man trying to earn the woman.
The BK $5 your way meal is
in society. The woman's always been the prize. Facts or cap? Is it factual or capsule? Or capsule?
Well, yeah. I mean, as a man with with status and shit, you're not gonna be dating a fucking toad.
Exactly. And to become a man of status, you need to become a man of status, you need to earn that from everybody. You need to provide some kind of value to the world where people want to give you something in return, right? So you need to do shit. For example, like, you know, everybody knows Elon Musk, right? He creates cars, so people obviously invest in his ideas. He puts all these vehicles together. He finds the right teams and all this thing. He creates that value because of his ideas and the way he structures himself, right? Yeah. That's how we earn that respect. And that's why there's a few certain guys that can get to that like top level of that 1% like earning income, as to opposed of like the other view where it's like women who do that are going to be more dominant, and they can't be with a man who is also like that dominant. Yeah. Like, in my opinion, I just think they can't.
Tension, or, you know, win her over. So at the end of the day, we're the catch. So it's the man trying to get us. So no, he's not marrying down, even if per se I don't make as much as he does, because again, he's happy to have me on his arm.
Which gender is more likely to?
So you see, it's like she's the prize. She's basically saying like all women are the prize, right? Like, oh, like if we're supposed to put them on this pedestal and she's the prize, and I'm never settling. But the truth is that if she makes less money than me, through the definition of hypergamy, I am settling. But
no, because in a sociological is your status. So as a bad, like, sexy female, you're hanging out. It's where Andrew Tate, right? He's like, yo, it takes them nothing to get on a yacht,
because there's so many guys,
but
they're willing to give it to them.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So like, they're in that sense, they are the prize, I guess. That kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I see,
but
where
not
she's
all
going
women are
with
the
it,
prize.
but not all women.
It's like women that are very, very attractive are the prize in society's eyes, right?
Yeah.
The guys who make the most money are the most attractive, or they have like big muscles or 6'1", and like, you know, they're also the prize society, bro. Well, I'm not capping on that, bro. That's true too.
Just hypergamy.
Men, females.
Females? Why do you say men? Why do you say females?
It's just naturally in them to do that.
No, females marry higher up all the time.
Okay.
They marry for money.
Okay, so they're not gonna.
One more time. Did you see the? I mean, this one is like
this dude.
It's almost touching her friend.
SNEAKO goes so
all the time.
hard on them.
Okay.
They marry for money.
He really got a thing against girls with lashes, bro. Like, there should be a word created for how prejudiced he is against lashes, bro. It's bad.
Okay, so they're not gonna mess with a guy that's broke. I mean, if you're a guy that's broke and you have nothing to offer a woman, right? Why would a woman?
No, I was saying she'll mess with him. She'll sleep with him. She'll do everything, but she won't marry him if she's sensible, I think.
Or claim him.
Claim him.
Yeah.
Or she won't claim him.
Mess with you. Most women will not. Okay, so you know you gotta have something going for you as a guy. A good personality, good looks. None of that means nothing. Most women
Which one was Destiny?
want state built.
Coming at him over Destiny.
I was gonna
Is
say-
Destiny that fine one?
I don't know.
The first one? I think that was the first
In
one.
the chat?
Yeah.
What are they saying?
They're just saying the Destiny obliterated your ass. And
Oh.
that was where he was like, yo, get COVID shot or something, because they keep talking about Destiny. I thought Destiny was his ex, but I guess
I
not.
don't know.
They said on this.
In money.
Is he high?
And, you know, as a lifestyle.
Like, when you talk about the big dream is like, oh, I want to live in maybe a big house and marry.
I'm a queen.
Marry into a good life and stuff like that.
But I think where we came from in Denmark is quite equal as it is right now.
Definitely.
It depends how good your education is, and in our case, our education would be just like the man.
Definitely, but that's like the.
So she did bring up a good point. She brought up education, right? And like
That's also part of that. That's part of the whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the hypergamy. The word hypergamy, right?
yeah.
The definition is like with a person of superior sociological or educational background, right? So it's like, now that we've kind of leveled out the education field, I don't think we really leveled it out. I think everybody's dumb if they just try to go to fucking school and just try to focus on all the rules of school, and they don't really go outside and focus on the societal, how to apply all the things they learned. Yeah,
sheep.
Exactly. How they applied all the things they learned in school in the real life, in the real world. If you literally just go to school and you do well in school and you're great at school and you show up and you present in class in school, guess what? If you don't translate those things to real life, you don't apply those things to real life, then you're a fucking dumbass sheep. It's a fact. It's a fucking fact.
American dream.
Okay. If women historically married up, wouldn't that mean that men historically married down?
Yes.
Yes.
How is this the first time that they ever think about it? You need to be better than her, chat.
I think they were just put on the spot. They were just like, I don't want to be caught on some dumb shit. I think that's why they paused.
No, Juanita said something too though. She said the last two girls, she
Yeah.
said it too. She was like, we marry for money.
Yeah.
That's what a relationship is. As a woman with the guy that she looks up to. Better. You need to be.
You need to be what? Settling. Right? I mean, most women want to settle. Would you agree that most women want to settle?
Like settle down. Like get into a
No,
relationship.
sorry, most men want to settle. Sorry, most men want to settle, and most women want to date up. Sorry. I don't think most women are willing to settle.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I guess in that sense.
Because every time you ask a woman what she wants, she's like, oh, I want a man that's like confident, ambitious, makes money, is honest, trusting, earning, able to make me excited all the time. You know what I'm saying? Finding ways to keep me excited, keep me entertained. Like these are all efforts that we have to put in as a guy to earn their love, right? To earn their emotions, to earn their empathy, so that they can be loyal to us.
Okay.
That's the exchange, right? And that's normal. I don't think that's bad. There's nothing wrong with that.
Her, but you can't ever spell it out because what do you mean better? But that's what it is. A marriage and a relationship, a girl's always with the guy that they respect, who's done more, who knows more, who's better.
I mean,
So
the way you
who's
put it together, yes.
Yeah.
so who's really settling for who?
I think as soon as you get married, the man settled for the women.
The man is always settling. In every situation, the man always has to settle at a certain.
You have to settle down. That's.
I mean, she's speaking caps, but the truth is, why?
Is she speaking cap? No, she said
No, sorry, she's not speaking cap. She's speaking facts, bro. That's what I said, right?
You said caps. You
Did
said
I
she's
say
speaking caps. Yeah.
All right, sorry. She's speaking facts, bro. Lady, this girl right here, I don't know who she is, but she is speaking facts, right? She's smart. She knows what she's talking about. And the reason why I think this is, it's because as men, we decide who we want to marry. We decide who deserves the ring.
Yeah.
Right?
Facts.
Well, a woman doesn't sit here and decide, oh, hey, I'm gonna give you the ring. I want to marry you. That never happens. And women don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They don't want to do that. They don't want to take their responsibility. Unless it's a woman that understands, hey, I'm the dominant, I'm the leader, I'm the leadership one, and I'm gonna give you this ring. Then that's where the dynamic is different. That's where the guy is also, he has to understand, like, yo, I'm not that dominant dude. I'm willing to just sit back and do what I gotta do with these females. And he has to be proud of it. He has to be really willing to it. That's the way that relationship would work.
Yeah.
They say that. That's why people say I'm immature when I say that I want to fuck a lot of hoes and stuff like that, and I don't want to be monogamous. One day you'll be mature. One day you'll grow up and settle down. Why do I want to settle down? I like fucking hoes. I like having. I want to have like a mansion with 10 of them running around naked. 3 in the kitchen, 1 in the bathroom, 1 in the vent, 1 over there. The one in the vent, she doesn't talk much, but she's there like spying. That's what I want.
You see, I don't hate on that, bro. Like guys want that. I think a lot of guys think they want that. This guy, he might actually want that, and he might be about those things. I'm not gonna lie. The thing is that a lot of guys don't realize that, yo, if you can't even take care of 1 girl, bro, how you gonna take care of 10?
Facts.
That's the thing that they don't want to sit here and really put the time to do. If you're willing to take care of 10 females and deal with 10 females every single day, bro, then great, good for you, bro. But that ain't most of us. Most of us ain't doing that, and most of us can't afford that. But this man, I'm not gonna lie, he's on the way. He's on the way. He's on the way up. He's doing a lot. He's putting a lot of hustle in YouTube right now. I don't know how he's gonna be able to keep that hustle and have 10 girls running around, bro. I don't know. He's trying to be like Andrew Tate, and nothing wrong with trying to be like Andrew Tate, but it's like you got to fit it into your own lifestyle and your own work.
I want you to, so you should, one day you're going to settle down. That's like cutting your balls off. That's like neutering your dog so that it stays in the crib. That's what domesticating a dog is. You cut his balls off, and then he's like, blue, and then he stops humping the pillow. I want to always hump the pillow. I'm humping legs out here, boy.
Because there's no woman that you're going to...
I think he's coming out like guys are in a relationship. That he's like, that's like getting neutered or cutting your balls off. Listen, it is neutered and it is cutting your balls off if you choose to
act
not
like
want
that.
to not want to be in that, bro. If you choose to put yourself in that position and you don't want to be there and you don't want to be with this girl and you don't want to build in that relationship, then yeah, bro, it's literally like you're getting neutered, bro. It feels like that. You know what I'm saying? If she's sunning you all the time, you don't like it, you don't know how to speak up for yourself,
facts, yeah.
bro. Like, yeah, you're getting neutered. I agree. But just the fact that you want to grow with just another person and you want to be monogamous and you want to try this part out in your relationship, you want to understand all the risks and you're just structuring and laying down respectable foundations. I don't think that's being neutered. I think that's actually really hard to do. And I think there's a certain level of respect and like just like honesty that you gain from yourself, a new level of self-awareness. Because if you can get girls, you can get girls, bro. But if you can't get girls, then that's like, and you're just settling for the first girl that comes through.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I agree, bro. You're being fucking neutered, bro. I agree.
That's going to check every single box. Eventually, you're going to have to settle.
Okay. Is hypergamy for women ultimately about security?
It's funny, I never thought about that. They never say it's settling down for a woman. A woman is like, it's congratulations when you get married. It's a big celebration. The wedding is all about the woman. She's the one who gets the big dress up thing, all the flowers, the cake. The man just wears a basic ass suit. That's why they need a bachelor party before, because it's like, damn, bro, one last time of immaturity before you gotta settle down. For women, that's their big day. They cry when they're putting on the dress, when they're picking it out. That's their big celebration. It's not settling down. You made it. I've never thought about that.
Security and survival.
What do you think about that, bro? That was a pretty deep rant, bro. I think we're gonna end it here. But what do you think about that? Why do you think it's celebrated? Like women celebrate it, and like there's this notion of like, oh, men, it's not really celebrating. Like they have to have a bachelor's party beforehand, like kind of bringing all the strippers and shit. And this is true, bro. I'm not gonna lie, yo. Like I don't know if this is a societal thing. Like why do we do this? Why is the reason for this?
I don't know, bro. That's a very good question.
Like, do you feel like if your boy gets married, like, damn, we lost one?
Yeah.
I would agree. I would say that unless he's getting married to the right girl. What I would feel is the right girl for him.
But like, yeah, I guess. But still, no, you still lose. Like you lose all the other, like you lose the things that y'all had. You know what I mean? Y'all lose the being able to go out and go pick up bitches. Like and like go out and like enjoy time, flirt with girls and stuff. Like if the guy's really married, he's not gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like so now you just lost like a and especially if he's
if he's in a relationship,
man,
he's gonna do that in a relationship too. He's gonna be the same way.
Not always. You know what I mean? Like he's probably gonna be a little more likely to just kind of talk and like help out, wingman kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But he ain't gonna do that shit if he's married, bro. Like
really?
Yeah, because he's gonna have a ring on his finger. He's gonna take his ring off his finger, like to do that for his boy. God forbid his wife pulls up or whatever on him. You know what I mean? Because like she is the right one, so she's cool with the boys, right? Because to me, like you have to be cool with my boys. Like you know what I mean? Like you don't have to talk to them or nothing like that, ain't like that. But like you have to be able to come, like you know what I mean? Like it ain't when you come here and we're with the guys, like you're gonna be quiet and like, all right, when are we going to the room, babe? Like you know what I mean? Like no, like
do you feel like a married man would do that?
It's more likely.
You think a married man would like...
Because now the woman feels like, all right, this is mine. Like, now you became the woman's in that sense, right? Like, now she's like, no, you're mine. Like, you're my husband. Like, you know, you're not going to do this for me. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? And, like, that comes with, like, a relationship, too.
I feel like at that
so
point...
much more with a marriage. Like, you got to... I think so, bro. Yeah, it's a lot more... What's it called? Give and take. Give and take. No matter what, where you are,
like essentially, once you get married, you're really
listen to your wife, bro. Because a happy wife is a happy life. You know what I mean? Okay. So like, if you're married, bro, and y'all home together, bro, you really gonna want to come home to her bitching about you hanging out with your single guys all the time that she knows is out there getting pussy because that's how you got her. You know what I mean? Or something like. You know what I mean? She ain't gonna fuck with it, bro. And then you can choose to not listen to it, but this is how you start getting cheated on.
Fuck up your life.
That's how you fuck up your relationship and your life. You know what I mean? So it's just like
because now she's like moved in and shit.
Yeah.
I think you bring up great points because I'm not married, so I can't speak from like a place of marriage. I've also only known divorced guys. I think really. Yeah. I don't really know anybody that's made this work in a marriage. If you're married and you agree, leave a comment below because I don't really know. I think we should actually talk.
I'm not
to
married
guys about
either.
married.
I'm not married
Yeah,
either.
He's not married either. But
I grew up with like my parents are married. Like my stepfather, my mom, my parents, uncles and aunts that are married. You know, a lot of like shit like that.
So everything
yeah.
you're talking about, you've kind of seen in a certain sense, right? You've experienced it in a certain sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. There are some men who are married, but I don't know if you have.
But then like you also
have to
have
make those consensus.
Yeah, I mean, but like you also have like, you know, like men that can go and like get away with like cheating for whatever, right? But that's almost like because like almost that Andrew Tate logic.
Because
like,
they're not
I'm
married.
fucking making all this money, and then like, well, even like the married men too, right? Like they're like, I'm the breadwinner. I do what I want. You know what I mean? You're not doing this, and this is all I ask of you. So now I'm just gonna go around, fuck around, and cheat. Or like there's also like that whole dynamic. Some men are like, yo, if we made it together, I ain't gonna cheat. Because you know we came up together, we built together. But like if I'm sitting there taking care of you, fuck that, I'm cheating. Because like what the fuck are you really offering me other than pussy and peace of mind? You know what I mean? Peace of mind, sure, but I can get pussy anywhere else too.
Yeah.
right?
Well, I think the whole like having multiple women thing just has to come from a deep conversation of like, yo, listen, like, I think if you're gonna have multiple women and you're gonna have one girl that you're gonna like commit to,
Right.
she has to know. Like you have to have that conversation in a sense of, and you have to include her. I think maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I've never gotten this far into like a relationship where I'm like bringing other girls in, but that's essentially, I guess, like a new realm of like testing things out. That's like a new level of a relationship that you can explore with your partner or not. As far as when it comes to marriage, like I said, I'm very iffy about marriage. I don't want to get married. So like, and it's for these exact reasons where it's like I don't want to feel like, oh, I'm suppressed, or like even SNEAKO said, like neutered. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I want to find a way in which you can get married and you're able to avoid things like that in a marriage. If you can. Maybe you can't. I don't know.
I think this is what happens when people get married within like a year of their relationships. Those are usually where you find those problems.
Oh, god damn.
And then they're like, oh, you know, I didn't know that.
I'm
I
not
didn't know
gonna
this
lie.
about you. You know what I mean?
I'm not
It's
gonna
like,
lie,
well,
it's
why
kinda
the
true.
fuck- you know what I mean?
It's kinda
Like,
true.
I think before you get married, you should at least go on a vacation, get away together. You gotta have certain things that y'all have spoken about already or dealt with together as a relationship, as a couple, before you could really be like, all right, I'm gonna get married. Because if that situation arises and it didn't before, y'all dealing with that shit for the first time. You know what I mean? And it's like you might not fuck with how the other person deals with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's because y'all didn't have that conversation or experience, and that's probably because y'all got married too fucking fast. I think that's where a lot of divorces come from.
Yeah, you see that's true, bro. Some people just get married so quickly that you don't really get to know the other person. You really haven't laid down the foundation, and that's why, like in my relationship, I'm doing my best to lay down every foundation before I even think about marriage. Because honestly, like I'm pretty positive I'm not gonna get married, but I'm gonna find a way to like make it almost as if we were married.
Yeah.
And have all the dynamics of a marriage besides the actual sign the fucking paper part. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like I just truly do care for this girl. and I
You
wanna
could
give
do
her that
it.
day.
You don't have to. Yeah. So
You know
you
what I'm
could do it. You could do like a religious one, a religious marriage, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Just throw a bottle and or a broom, just jump over, or smash a bottle, or like whatever, bro. You don't gotta. I mean, nah, that's really not what I want.
But I know what you're saying, though, right?
But all right,
I want to
all
give
right.
him that, but
All right,
you ain't
anyways.
trying to risk your fucking financial freedom and all of like your fucking.
Yeah, exactly. The whole corporate side of marriage.
If you make her unhappy, she's taking half.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you don't. I mean, yeah, you can make her unhappy, and she can just take half, bro. She can just look at the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp shit. That's the shit that really opened my eyes, bro. I mean, I had already known, but it's just super eye opening, and I think it's opened the eyes of every guy out there in America, and every guy out there now that's super single is like, oh damn, like I don't ever want to be in a relationship, bro. I don't ever want to commit to one girl, and now they're so scared of it that anytime a girl displays maybe one red flag, they're just willing to immediately flee. And I think that's the wrong mentality.
Yeah.
I think it's like you need to really see multiple red flags. And if you see yourself being unhappy and you're not willing to build with this girl, then dip. All right. So anyways, thank you for joining us on this episode of Jesus Talks. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Yo, let us know what your thoughts are on marriages, on, are we right about hypergamous women? You know, we're just guys trying to swallow that red pill, bro. We're trying to figure this shit out. Peace out.
Thanks, man. Peace.